Welcome to the Phoenix Zone. I'm Phoenix Singh, and our channel showcases different businesses and organizations in our natural environment and all the things that make Cayman so awesome, including our cute four-legged friends. On today's documentary, we'll be meeting with the organizations that put their time and money into helping these little guys. The Cayman Islands Humane Society and their Cayman branch, one dog at a time, care, and for kids who want to adopt a pet, we'll be meeting with Dr. Olivia from Savannah Veterinarian Clinic about how to take care of our dogs and cats.
I think she likes you. That's your sign.
There you go.
We're here at the Cayman Islands Humane Society. Before we get into our conversations about the Humane Society, could you please tell me your name and your role at the Humane Society?
Right, yeah, sure. My name is Saskia Salden. I'm a director and volunteer at the Cayman Islands Humane Society. I've been involved with the shelter for about 10, 11 years, and since 2015, I'm on the board.
Okay. How do you get involved with your role at the Humane Society?
Well, basically, just like everybody else, I came and walked one dog. And then I came back the following week and I walked a couple of dogs. And then I walked some more dogs. And then I got to know the dogs and I got to know the volunteers and the people. And I thought it was a great organization with people working there that have a good heart and they want the best for the animals. So then I became more and more involved. I started doing home visits. So that's when people want to adopt or foster an animal. I go to their houses and I speak to them about the animal, how they need to keep the animal safe and healthy. And then I was asked if I could join the board. And then, I do have a full-time job, so I am a volunteer. I have quite a few animals in my house that I foster as well, cats and dogs. And I have some bunnies as well. So it just started with one dog. And then I just got pulled in, and now this is my life.
So how does the Humane Society help cats and dogs?
We help any stray animals, any animals that people are no longer want. We take them in and we try to find new homes. We find foster homes, adoptive homes, and we just try to find a new home for them.
Do you find new homes for the cats and the dogs?
Yes, that's the goal.
So how does the community help the Humane Society?
Right, it's very important that we get community help because it's, first of all, very expensive. So we do a lot of fundraising and we have a lot of events. We take animals to adoption events. We post them on our social media so that people can see them. But with these adoption events, we also take them to certain areas or certain places so that people can come and meet them there. We rely heavily on volunteers, so we always need volunteers. I'm also the volunteer coordinator, so we try and get people to volunteer dog walking, socializing with the cats, even help do laundry, fostering, of course, but also help out with these events so that people can take a puppy to the event, or if we have our main gala, which is the fur ball once a year. That's our main charitable charitable, I can't think of the word right now. But people can then donate and, we make a lot of money there. Hopefully people have some dinner and stuff. So it's our main event. Let me put it that way. It's our main, So then those things people can help in many different ways. If people cannot adopt, if people cannot foster, because some of these stratas or landlords do not allow pets. So if it's a not pet-friendly place, people cannot take animals. But what they can do then is share our posts on social media, or they can donate money, or they just spread the word. So that's all very important. So the community is very, very important.
So how many pets do you have?
So currently at the shelter, we have over 70 dogs, and yeah, and about 60, 70 cats. That's just here in the shelter. And then we have about 100 plus more in foster homes. So in total, we take care of about 400 animals in total, cats and dogs. And sometimes we get animals in that have been hit by a car. Some people have stray dogs, or some people let them just go. And then we end up with the animal as well, because people take them to the vet or cannot take them to the vet. And then they call the Humane Society, and then we help them out as well. And we also help dogs that come from the Department of Agriculture. Department of Agriculture is not a shelter, it's a pound. So they don't hold animals like we do. We are a no-kill shelter, so we do not kill animals because we need more space. So that's why the fostering is very important. And then we also send animals off island to the United States and Canada. And try to find homes there. We work with rescue organizations there, but we also have people that come and visit the island. Cayman is a beautiful island, and they come and walk some dogs because maybe that's one of the things that they want to do here. Again, they're volunteers, and they may fall in love with a dog or a cat, and then they take them back home. So that's wonderful.
We took a tour of the Humane Society to get a better idea of the efforts of the volunteers.
Book loft is upstairs, and the thrift shop is down the road, which is a major form of income for us. People donate their goods, whether it's clothes or appliances or anything that we can sell then in the thrift shop, and then that then provides the money that we can continue our work. 1973, this building was donated by a very nice couple, and it's been the Humane Society ever since, and it's the only shelter on island. There are other organizations, as you know, but this is the only shelter. And at any given time, we have like 400 and something animals that we need to take care of. All right, so this is the cat room. As you can see, there's quite a few people here meeting our cats. We have a lot of cats in here. We also have another area where we take the cats when they first arrive. The first 2 weeks, they go into quarantine. The same with the dogs and the puppies. We have a special room here where we have cats that are not very social. So we don't allow people to go in there. And there's cats everywhere on top. There's one sleeping right here. It's nice and calm and should be cool, but the AC I don't think is really working today. But yeah, so this is a nice environment for our cats. People find a lot of kittens that they bring into the shelter. So that's the majority how they end up here. And we have them from different categories of age as well. Everybody is microchipped, so we know who they are by the microchip. That's also part of the adoption process, that they're dewormed, vaccinated, spayed, neutered, and microchipped. All right, let's go to the next one. So we're now going into puppy adoption. There is, every nook and cranny is full. So these are the puppies. What we do is when we get a litter in, all the names start with the same initial. So he is actually, this is Kevin, and Kevin is the brother of this one, who's Callie.
Wait,
so they're both.
Who's Kevin again?
This is Kevin, and this is Callie. So there's their brother and sister, and then these are the H puppies, and they all start with H, and they're the same litter as well. So we know that they're all from the same litter. That's Danbury. She's the last one of the D puppies, yes. One of her brothers went to Massachusetts. So what's involved with the adoption process is that we do a home visit. People fill out a form either online or here at the shelter. That is then sent to the volunteer home visitor. We all have special areas that we do. And then the home visitor goes to the people's home and talks to them about safety, health stuff, heartworm disease, getting the vaccinations every year. It's very important that all the animals are spayed and neutered. We microchip the animals, and then once a person is approved, they come to the shelter, they pay the adoption fee, and they get a few discount vouchers, and then they're on their way. This is the laundry where we have volunteers, like I mentioned, doing the laundry. The big pile of laundry. All right, so we're going to go through here now. They stay on this side. They're going to bark a little bit, some of them. Or maybe not. Hi, Ted. They've all been walked. They've all been walked. That's why they're calmer. That's why dog walking is so important. Calm down. That dog is new. I that dog. And then we have this little area here where when they clean the kennels, the dogs can come here. There's dogs on that side. I've never seen him before, so he's new. I don't know who he is. He's a big boy. That's sweet, yeah. Sorry. So any dog or puppy that comes in is kept in here, and the same thing we do for the kittens as well and the cats. So we go through here. You go first, and then so for 2 weeks they go into quarantine just to see if they don't have any underlying issues like ringworm or diarrhea, anything that can be contagious. Or we have to go the other way. Anything that can be contagious to the rest of the population, and of course we want to avoid that. So they stay in here for 2 weeks. And it's usually full in here, so we're okay. Not too bad. Yeah. There's only 3 in here, so that's good. But we're ready for more. So it never ends.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
We checked in with Miss Kaz from the Cayman branch of the Humane Society to see what work they are doing to help.
In 2019, I reached out to our big sister, as we like to call them in Grand Cayman, the Cayman Islands Humane Society. We didn't have any vets coming to visit us, and our animal population was booming out of control. So I reached out to them and asked them if they would come and help us. They now partner with us by sending a vet over to the BRAC every month to 6 weeks, where we coordinate a big spay-neuter program. Island Veterinary Services offer all the services that you would need, sort of preventative care and checkups and that sort of thing. We deal with emergency and spay-neuter only. That's Dr. Brender of Island Vets and also the Humane Society itself. The BRAC Humane Society help people by coordinating all of these services so that everybody gets the opportunity to seek animal care for their pets. We're also incredibly lucky that we have a retired veterinarian who actually came on staff back end of last year, Dr. Tim Miller. He's a retired large animal veterinarian, but he saw that what we were trying to do in the BRAC, and so he's offered his services. He's on island 6 months of the year, and in those 6 months he's able to do a lot more spaying and neutering than we can actually do in a month. Or every other month, should I say, when the vets come over. So he's invaluable. He's due back at the end of this month, and so our program will start back up again with gusto. We rely very heavily on donations to make this program work. We find that we have a lot of animal owners here, particularly on the cat side, where they have yard cats, familiar cats, cats that they see every day. But unfortunately, because they're not spayed and neutered, the population has boomed. So it's not unusual that a person will have 30 or 40 cats in their yard that they consider theirs. They feed them every day. They know that they're there. But we aim to fix the entire colony so that we break that cycle and stop those cats breeding. Fundraising. We have a thrift shop that we recently reopened. It's located in the Blueberries Plaza, located just near the bakery and what used to be the old police station. It's open 3 days a week and is run by volunteers. That helps fund a lot of these large animal colonies where people may not be able to afford to spay and neuter 30 or 40 cats. It is important to note that actually the fees that we charge are heavily discounted via the charity, so we are really doing these services at cost to try and make it more affordable. But the extra money allows us to pay for our vets pay for medical care, and also help the community on very, very large colonies to try and make it more affordable. Homes, we have animals that we do not have the facilities because we do not have a shelter for our animals, cats and dogs. And whilst we try and find space in the shelter in Grand Cayman, if anybody wants to open their doors as a foster home for our homeless cats and dogs, that is always incredibly helpful. We do the trap neuter missions for the spaying and neutering. It's a very manual job, involves a lot of coordination and fitness, but still it's something that is incredibly rewarding. So if someone wants to help with that, then we would love the help, very much so. Community education. One of the biggest things that we can do to help our animal population is to educate our community. We want to talk to children, we want to talk to seniors about the awareness of animal welfare and learning about responsible pet ownership and preventative care and animal health. Flight escorts are another big one. If you're traveling between the islands and can take an animal, it's super, super, super simple and easy. All you need to do is add the animal to your ticket and we'll take care of the rest. If you're interested in helping at the thrift shop, then most definitely we have space for you. And that can also be transporting goods backwards and forwards between Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac. We actually rely on the thrift shop in Grand to help us with supplies. And then finally, transporting medical and general supplies. We rely again on Grand Cayman to supply us with all of our medication that we need for our surgeries. So if you are coming to Cayman Brac, then please pick up the phone, let us know, and we'll normally give you something to bring over.
Thank you so much for joining the Phoenix Zone. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope I have encouraged you to volunteer, donate, foster, or even adopt your own little furry buddy.